Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie. Welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Okay. Sorry about that. Had to clear my throat. Do y'all know what that is? It looks kind of funny at this point, but I guarantee you it'll work out. Okay. This is one of the legs of my baby sleeper. Okay. And I ain't even started on this one because I don't even have it attached, because I'm going to leave this leg open until I get to the bottom. Okay? Now, I wanted to show y'all what I'm going to do. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And what I mean by I want to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, down here at the bottom. And I've worked this in two different directions so that I could keep the same pattern going down this leg. What I mean by that is I would work this direction and then I would turn it around and I'd work it this direction and then I would turn it around and work it this direction. Anyway, I did that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth because I wanted it to look the same as everything else. Okay, so what I'm going to do to close it off is I'm just going to do 2 double crochets together all the way around. Yeah, that's it. And notice I still did not chain 3. I don't like that. Okay, so we go back into the same hole. Working at 2 different directions, your stitches are kind of backwards. So it is kind of hard sometimes to get in that stitch. Plus, I crochet pretty tight. Okay, so I'm going to go through 2. And I split my yarn. No big deal. And then I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go into the next one. Draw up a loop. Yarn over. Go through 2. I got 3 on the hook. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go through all 3. Okay. That is 2 double crochets together. That's actually double crochet 2 together. Okay. So then I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go into the next stitch. Draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, 3 on the hook, yarn over, and go through all 3. So I just took 4 stitches and turned them into 2. And that's how I'm going to close this off. All the way around. And then I'm going to go to the next row and do it all the way around, until there's no more stitches left. Okay, now, you might end up with a hole, just a little like thumb hole, at the tip. So, oh, and because we didn't put a heel on this, you want it to go a little bit longer so that it's not bunched up on baby's feet. Okay, so you might end up with a thumb-size hole at the end of it where you can't do any more double crochet 2 togethers. What you want to do is when you tie it off, leave a tail that you can just whip stitch it together and close that hole up. That simple. Okay, so that's how I'm going to close off my toe. Okay, I will show y'all how to do a heel in a later video if you want me to. It's not that hard. And then this one, I ain't got to worry about flipping it back and forth because I'm going to work it this way, this way, this way, this way, and just keep going back and forth until I get it the same length as my other leg. And then I'm going to slip stitch them together and then start working my toe to close it off, the double crochet 2 together. Okay, and then that way this leg will be open going down other than the toe. Okay, and my armholes, I'm going to work them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, switching it, like I said, I'm going to this way, and then I'm going to flip it around, and then I'm going to do it this way, and then I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to do it this way. Anyway, that way it's got the same design as the body. Okay, now, the way I'm going to close off, yeah, I made a swatch. The way I'm going to close off the hand, if you worked my pattern for the cardigan, I think you will end up with 24 double crochets around, and if that's the case, then just divide that in half, which will make it 12. Now, all I did was 20, so I'm going to divide it into 10. Okay. No, I'm going this direction. No, I'm not. I'm going this. Okay. See, I get confused on what direction I'm going. Okay, so it's my last double crochet right here. Okay, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the top of my first double crochet. I'm going to chain 1. Okay, now, what I said was I worked it around into 20. So I'm going to divide that in half. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to work a double crochet. And then I'm going to work 9 more. And that'll give me 10. Alright, there's 4, so I guess I will be back when we get 6 more. Alright, I got my 10. And you can tell because if you fold it in half and lay it out, it's half. That one ain't standing up because there ain't nothing attached to it right now. But anyway, you know. It does that because I didn't chain 3 or 2. I just chained 1. So it wants to lay down. That's why your chain, all that does is give you your height that you need. But if you don't need the height, just chain 1. Sometimes you can't do that. Okay, so we're at the end. I did my 10. I'm going to chain 1. And I'm going to turn it. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do 10 more. Now, this is just a swatch, so I'm going to do that. Okay, I got this row. I'll have this row. I'm going to do 2 more rows, and I'll be back to show you what I'm going to do, okay? All right. Now, like I said, this is just a swatch, so I'm not going to actually sew it down, but I want to show you what I'm going to do. Okay. This is the baby sleeve right here. Okay, so the little baby's hand sticks out right here. Now, when you're doing this method, you don't want very much of the baby's hand to stick out. You want to crochet it longer than what you normally would. Because if it stops here and you try this method, it's going to do this to the baby's hand. Okay, so you want it to go down, like over their hand. Okay, but this is what you do. You take this flap right here that you crocheted, and you bring it down like this. And you just kind of whip stitch it on the side and then turn it over and you whip stitch it on this side. Okay? And then when it's closed like that, here's your opening. You don't sew this together. Okay? Because then what you're going to do is then you'll be able to flip it like that and close it up. That way it'll be like that. A little baby hand will be inside. Warm. Okay? It's the flip and fold method. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Oh, y'all, I'm doing my best. Sometimes I just don't make sense. But I am doing my best on trying to make sense. Okay. That's going to be all for today. And I've got some pretty cool stuff planned for the weeks to come. I mean, we got a major holiday coming up. So I figured, okay, I'll do stuff for the holiday. I got a few ideas in my head of things that I can teach y'all how to make for the holiday. You know, decorations and stuff. Alright, I guess that's going to be all for today. And I will meet you back here tomorrow for another grand adventure. Right here in Val's Yarn Room. Love each other. Do something nice for somebody. I'd appreciate it if you're watching that you subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm up to, I think it's 117. Hit that thumbs up. That lets me and YouTube know whether you like me or not. And share if you can. Others might want to see what we're doing on this channel. We have a Facebook group. I think we're up to 26 members in our Facebook group. I'd like to get more. I try to post frequently in there. And my admin, she's really good. So we'd appreciate some more subscribers in there, or members, whatever you want to call it. Leave me a comment. I love reading y'all's comments. And in the drop-down description box, I leave all of my information. The name of the Facebook group, my email address, and my post office box. Every single video has one of the all that information in it. I think I'm getting a headache. I hope not. I don't know. Anyway. Love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, y'all.